How's it going, everybody? Dano Fiction here. Hope you're feeling awesome as always. And let's get straight into this. We're doing a tank review with the T-34 medium Russian tank. It is in the tank tree line, as you can see here. It is a tier 5, and I have got a Masteries badge on it. Before I did the gameplays, which you'll see afterwards, I'll explain in the gameplays what they're doing there and why I chose to do them. It's pretty weird videos, but you'll see why I did it. But tier 5 in tank, it can go between A43 and the T-34-85. This is pre the update, next update, so I don't know if it may change around or not. But at the moment, it heads between these two tank lines, which eventually head to the Object 430, the T-62A, and also the Object 140, which splits off by here between these two. I am planning to go down to this road and just go for one, maybe even both of these tanks. But I got my eye on the Object 140. Long story, but I quite like the look of it. But anyways, onto the. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So if you're wondering why my voice is a bit weird, but that's why. But I thought I'd bring you this anyways, as it was good. I got some good gameplay for you. Right, let's talk about the tank. It has a great gun for its tier, which is a medium tank, and it has a 125 average penetration with normal AP rounds, and 115 with normal AP rounds. The middle row here, the 156 and the 110, is the, well, with using the AP CR round, which is the golden ammo, and then you got the, which God knows why you would use high explosive damage rounds, but you know, you can if you so wish to, I suppose. But it's only got 39 penetration and 165 damage, but I like to use the AP rounds. I'll take the AP rounds personally. It has a terrible, I have to say, terrible accuracy at 0.41. It's like almost Haya accuracy. It's really bad. But at the same time, with 10.5 rounds a minute, it's not too bad. As long as you aim in the recycle, I can't even say the word properly, but the circle and wait for it to aim right in, you'll be okay. As you can see, I messed up in one of my gameplays shooting this one tank where I could have killed it, but I didn't wait enough. I was a bit impatient. But it has a 2.9 aiming time, which is quite slow. It takes 2.9 seconds to aim in, which is another reason why I was a bit impatient. It is quite slow for a medium tank. So a bit more how I would help that help the gun. I would like to take medium caliber stun gun rather, which increases the fire rate by 10%, which is always nice. A big one which I haven't put onto this tank is up to you, because it is only a tier 5 tank, but if you plan to keep it, then it's 500,000 silver, and it's plus 10% to aiming speed, which is really helpful when you got 2.9 aiming speed and you're on a medium tank and you need to get going. Then the third one I think is optional. I struck camouflage net on there purposely just because if you scout in ahead and you stop and you decide to hide in a bush or something like that, depending on the map I suppose, and then the camouflage net can come in handy and help you, and you could just sit there and just spot people, which is quite nice. Or you can have improved ventilation, which gives these guys an extra 5% boost when it comes to the crew skills, which is which is also very nice. I think that's a total choice between you and the tank. Right, now onto the main stats. You have a 500 horsepower engine, which is actually quite well balanced for this tank. Personally, I find you tend to accelerate reasonably quite fine with this tank. Is the top engine, everything on here is the top gun, top everything, top tracks. Then you've got a 56 speed limit, which is 66 kilometers an hour, which is really quite good for a medium tank. It's not the highest, definitely not the highest, but it is very good, and it's definitely up there. It has a good traverse speed of 40 degrees a second. I think that's very nice, well balanced. But the hull armor is pretty naff, I won't lie. The hull armor is pretty rubbish. At 45 at the front, 45 at the side, and only 40 at the rear. But you also got to take into account it is very sloped all the way around. As you can see here, it kind of makes some sort of like pyramid shape going around here and caving in. But if you've got a high caliber gun, you're gonna penetrate it in no matter what. But like a KV-1S, for example, this is predated, but as it stands, you're going to penetrate it for the most part. But if you've got a lower caliber gun, then you're gonna think this is very slow armor, and it'll probably just keep on bouncing, as I've had bounce shots before from this tank. But it's always better not to get shot. Right, but if you've got a low caliber gun, I would say the best places to shoot is possibly the turret ring here, just because it is really in show. It is really high up the actual main turret part. So it's quite an easy shot to get into, possibly damage it maybe. Another a weak spot, the viewport. Oh, nearly always a weak spot. But you have got these two freaking ears going on there, which does kind of restrict the shot on that, because you could hit the ear and not hit that. But for the most part, if you can get a shot onto that, that is very weak as well. That's probably only 20 millimeters thick of armor, so you know it's probably weak. That's estimation, because obviously I don't have the tank inspector, which tells you the exact thickness of the armor when you're angled and everything. Another weak spot is obviously the undercarriage, but it is quite well sloped, I have to say. You know, look at that angle. I wouldn't personally want to shoot that. Normally this tank is quite low down, well, relatively low down. It's not a huge tank, but neither is it the smallest. But for the most part, it's not the hugest of angles. It's like a 45-degree angle, so if you're aiming down on it, you probably just want to shoot straight by here in the flat zones. Don't shoot this, guys. That there is quite armored. Surprisingly enough, you may be thinking, why, you know, his little gun hatch? Yeah, but that there isn't. That's probably the main 52. That's the main 45 armor. Sorry, it's an extra piece of armor stuck on top of the slope. Nah, don't shoot that. You're probably just better off to shooting around here, if you've got low caliber guns. But if you got a low caliber gun, you're probably a light tank, in which case then you want to go around this tank, because you probably defeat his traverse speed. Aim for the tracks while driving around, blow his tracks out, start shooting the side and the rear. But if you're going to shoot the rear, shoot the lower glaze here, not the top, because you're probably going to reflect off that. Once again, very well angled there, and I have bounced a lot of shots from tier 4 tanks shooting me in the rear, because they shot there and not the lower glacis. So, you know, or you could even shoot the back of the turret. It's quite flat at the back of the turret. That's also a weak spot. That's only 45 turret armor at the back there, 32 on the sides and 32 in the front. But you also got like another wall of like that there of armor, so it's also very well angled, so you're probably just gonna bounce off that anyways. So I wouldn't shoot the main turret mount there either. But you know, that's basically what I would say. You've only got 450 hit points. That's not a lot of hit points, guys. KV-1S hits you, he'll kill you in 2 shots easy. It will not be a one-shot kill on this tank from a KV-1S. Well, the 122mm, I should say, because the next patch, which is 9.3, it will. Well, let's just say the KV-1S is moving down to a tier 5 and no longer has the 122mm, but it's replaced by another tank which does have the 122mm, but has a slow rate of fire and it's not so good anymore. But anyways, you know, that is still a 2-shot kill, but it will destroy your health if you get shot by a KV-1S on this. Idea of it, don't get shot. Simple as. It has, you know, as I said, it's got a good rate of fire at 10.5 rounds a minute. It can be increased, you know. So my actual reloading speed here is 4.92 because of the gun rammer, which minuses the loading speed of 10%, which is always nice. Turret traverse speed is really good at 49 degrees a second, so your turret will turn fast. So if you are a light tank trying to outmaneuver this tank, you probably want to hope you got a good speed limit, and you want to circle this bad boy like a madman. But personally, shoot at a range, or you know, try to take his lower glacis, try to shoot him from the side, because most of the time you will see a side, because you will be scouting, or it could even be playing aggressive, depending on what tier you land in. As I got 2 videos now for you guys to watch, but 350 view range. It's not too bad, pretty average on most tanks at this tier, but it is a tier 8 radio, as you can see here, which is pretty good. You know, it's pretty good. 525 signal range, you know, it's not too bad. 350 view range is not actually bad at all. So yeah, let's get into the first gameplay, and yep, let's go. So this is going to be a very quick gameplay right now of my first match. Well, not my first match of this, but this is the first gameplay out of the two. This one here is just me going, well, I looked at the teams and I looked at the stats and I was like, you know what, I reckon they can hold out. I reckon they got good enough stats. I think they're going to be able to cover me. So I thought, I tell you what, I'm going to go straight for the middle. I was tempted to go all the way to the right, but I see the team was all holding back a little bit, so I thought, there you go, got my first spot. I had a funny feeling I wasn't going to be able to do a lot because of it is a tier 7 game, I believe it is, but or tier 8 game, I don't know, but there is a high tier game in comparison to my tank, and well, you know, I did get a lot of spots there. You may not see it, but they definitely did. You see me now shooting at this thing, and I'm just hip firing with the accuracy on this gun. It kind of shows you, because if I was using a Cromwell or a Crusader or anything like that, that would have hit, because the accuracy on those guns are a lot better. But I got a lucky hit fire there, and then I get absolutely wrecked by this AR. I know I probably could have got the hell out of dodge on that one, but I thought, you know, I did spot a lot of tanks there. But, you know, I'm looking at this, and I actually typed in the chat there on the lines of, I think I spotted. Because you look at all those people dead on the enemy team, and then you see who's dead on our team. Just me at the moment. It turned out to be a very good game. So now you're going to see the post-game, the past after game stats now. You know, I had a good run there. You can see how many I spotted in the blue. Just all those tanks I spotted. You know, and all the green. As you see me highlighting them, telling you the spot-ins I had. The green is the damaging, the assistant in damaging. Basically, because I spotted the tanks and they damaging them, I got points for that. You know, that was a really good game. I took home a lot of research points and a lot of gold for that one, or silver, sorry. You know, you see me flicking through the stats now. But we're going to the second gameplay now. The second gameplay. Now this one I'm playing a lot more aggressive. You know, it's the same tier match. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. Same tier match. Fully upgraded. I'm ready to go. So, running out. I'll go to the left here. Go into the town. I asked for a little bit more of assistance because it was only me going towards the town, and there's usually quite a lot. So I thought, no, I'm not going to go into the obvious open circle. You know, there's bound to be like some people waiting for me, maybe even some tank destroyers. But then I was like, I saw these people popping up, so I thought I'd take some hits. You know, this gun is very inaccurate, and you see me wasting a shot on the previous gameplay. You know, that arty, I could have took that arty out, but you know, I done goofed. It was the height at the moment. But I got myself my first kill there on a tier 4. The M3 Stewart, I believe that's called. Not exactly the most popular of tanks in the world of tanks. It is blimmin' huge and ugly, but you know, I'm just saying, it's not a very good tank either. But it's not a terrible tank if you know how to use it properly. It's just not easy. Does lead on to some good tanks. But anyways, you see me. I thought I'd move forward, take some slide shots from these guys here. He did not have a clue where I shot him from, so I nearly killed him. Had a little bit of a low roll there to shoot that tank, so I thought I'll finish that one off. Now this fella wants to play with me. He wants to take on the role of fighting the warlord. That is Dano fiction. So so I thought, you know, I was aiming low there, just seeing if I can get some track shots. I noticed I was getting shot from the side there, so I thought better repair my tracks. Very low health, want to make sure. But now that shot is the one I should have waited for. I knew that I could have killed him, but at that spot. But nope, felt like an idiot afterwards. I was just face palming, and I was like, nah, I could have got that shot so easy. But that I totally messed it up. So you know, I knew there was a tank on my left. I was keeping an eye on the little mini map, making sure in case he pops up there. But I still got a blind shot on him and got him in the end after wasting a load of rounds at shooting him. But the rounds on this tank, not that expensive anyways. so it wasn't too bad. But I saw that tank, and I see the tank behind me firing at him. I was like, nah, you can leave it. I haven't got the health to deal with that. Then I noticed there's a tank in need over there on the left. So I was like, keep an eye on my right here. I was thinking, you know, there's usually people sitting around and doing, you know, trying to take the just wait for people to take hits from there to deal out damage on me, even, or any our friendly tanks. But I see this this B1, and I was like, nah, I'll help you out, bud. You don't really need help, but I'm gonna help you out. You know, really shot, boom, lovely, and kaboom, lovely. you know, it's not all about kills. I'm just giving the extra damage. It hasn't got a huge amount of damage, but it's not a bad gun. You can see it's dealing the damage out on these tanks. I am playing very well here, in my opinion. I think it's a very good game. It's not, I'm not saying I'm a master at this this particular tank, even though I have got this the master's badge now on it since I've actually played these games and posted them up. I've actually got the master's badge. Why I'm not showing you that I can play it is because I did it in my spare time, because I do play this tank in my this game in my spare time, mainly to get the times 3 XP. I like to do that in my spare time, but then again I feel that I should record sometimes, because I do get those good games and I'm just like, why? Why didn't I record that? I get that quite a lot actually, and it's kind of a face palming moment. But you know, the master's badge one was pretty good. It was pretty good gameplay. Now you just see me going around here. I'm hunting for RTs. I didn't want to go in the cap circle because I didn't want us to cap it. I wanted to get the kills and finish them off. So I'll get more of that damage bonus. Now that guy's died, so I'm aiming for this lovely tank over here, just sitting in the open. Glorious for me. Getting a few good little hits on him. This guy's just sitting there, so I thought, you know, I probably got him. Nope. I would like, oh, where's he gone? Is he just reversed backwards? Nope. Oh, there he is. He's tucked himself in by the building. So, naturally, he dies. But I was going to head that direction and try to finish him off. But it was a good game. Very good game. Really enjoyed it. You know, good, but really good game stats now. You know, I was quite happy with this outcome. I got a Master's badge first class, which is better than 95% of the players on who have used this tank in the past 7 days. As I said, I've got the Ace Tanker badge now, which is Mastery Ace Tanker, which is better than 99% of the players who used that tank in the past 7 days. So it was a good, you know, I finally got that badge on this tank. Got myself a high caliber, did the most damage in the actual game out of both friendly and enemy. But I also got a couple of rewards, good research points, good spot in there. You can see I've got myself a hefty 3 kills there. You know, that's nice. Playing a lot more aggressive on that game, as you can see. I got a lot more shots in, a lot more. I still had a couple of spots, a couple of damage and assist in the green there. You know, but I did take home quite a hefty sum of money, because I didn't really get. You know, I got really damaged. If I had one more shot on me, I would have died. So I had to play really tactical. I could have probably rushed a little bit more, but I didn't want to get spotted and lose the game. Well, not so much lose the game, but lose my tank. So it was worth it, because I managed to get a few more extra shots in on it and a couple of the other tanks. So I'm glad I didn't rush that one. Use your brain when playing this tank, because it has got weak armor, but it is a very good tank. You see me highlighting these areas now, showing you. You know, look at that game though. We destroyed the entire enemy team, and we only lost 4 tanks. 4 tanks out of all of their team dying. We played very well. The entire team played very well. So I'm really proud of that game. You can see, you know, how much it took to repair my tank, and in the red there, and getting more ammo, as well as a few, you know, a few other things. But and the actual total money I actually got at the end there, you can also see on this page. But that was a really good game, and I hope you did enjoy this tank review. I thoroughly love this tank. Definitely recommend it to anyone who wants to go in the medium line. But as always, guys, stay awesome, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Bye bye.